Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. According to a report by Al Jazeera, a Russian missile strike employing cluster munitions targeted the central Ukrainian city of Kryvyi Rih, killing at least 3 people and wounding 25 others. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky reacted by urging the international community to exert more pressure on Moscow and accelerate the supply of air defense systems to save lives. Meanwhile, Ukraine continues to target Russian-occupied Crimea and critical infrastructure. The ongoing war, now in its 5th year, is exerting severe economic strain on Russia. Ukrainian drone strikes on Russian oil refineries have triggered widespread fuel shortages, restricted sales, and driven up oil prices across several Russian regions. Additionally, the Moscow Exchange Stock Index recently experienced a sharp decline, and the ruble weakened past the 75 mark against the US dollar. Although the Kremlin dismissed these macroeconomic concerns, experts highlight the visible financial pressure on the Russian economy. Concurrently, diplomatic efforts to broker peace remain frozen, with Russia accusing the United States. According to UPI, UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres has delivered a strong appeal to artificial intelligence companies, calling on them to come clean about the environmental footprint of their data centers by 2030. Speaking at London Climate Action Week, Guterres emphasized that both the rapid expansion of AI and the global reliance on fossil fuels share a destructive origin that continues to intensify the climate crisis. To address these challenges, Guterres presented a 7-point plan aimed at achieving energy independence and sustainability. The strategy outlines critical steps, such as rapidly cutting emissions to reach net zero by 2050, accelerating clean energy deployment, and demanding transparency from the AI industry. Additionally, the plan emphasizes equitable job creation, investment in early warning systems, financial support for developing countries, and the fight against climate disinformation. Guterres warned that average annual temperatures are dangerously close to exceeding the 1.5 degrees Celsius threshold established by the Paris Climate Accords. He also noted with concern the United States' second withdrawal from the agreement under President Donald Trump. According to Liberty Times, Greenland, a territory mostly covered in ice and glaciers, experienced 2 rare early-season wildfires within a single week in mid-June. Satellite imagery captured fires near Sisimiut on June 14 to 15, and in southern Kujalleq on June 17. Scientists expressed deep concern, noting that high-latitude wildfires typically occur in July and August. The early onset is highly unusual for Greenland, where damp conditions and snow cover usually prevent fires from igniting. Local authorities attributed the fires to extremely dry soil caused by low winter snowfall and a severe lack of rainfall since May, combined with reckless human activity in Sisimiut. While Greenland's wildfires are small by global standards, researchers warn they pose a significant threat. Burning peat soils in the Arctic tundra releases massive amounts of ancient carbon that has been locked underground for hundreds to thousands of years. As the Arctic warms 4 times faster than the rest of the planet due to climate change, these fires threaten to release vast amounts of greenhouse gases, further accelerating global warming in a dangerous feedback loop. According to Al Jazeera, Israeli police clashed with ultra-Orthodox Haredi Jewish protesters on Monday during a demonstration against mandatory military conscription. This incident represents the latest in a series of recurring protests by the ultra-Orthodox community, who historically have been exempt from military service to focus on religious studies. The latest round of unrest was specifically triggered by the arrest of Joseph Friedman, who was detained for his involvement in a previous anti-draft demonstration. The issue of Haredi conscription remains a deeply divisive political and social topic in Israel, frequently leading to intense street demonstrations and confrontations with law enforcement. According to Al Jazeera, SpaceX shares experienced significant volatility, briefly dipping below their debut price of $150 per share on Tuesday before recovering by 2.4%. This dip followed a sharp 16% decline on Monday, which temporarily wiped out $400 billion in market value for the aerospace giant led by CEO Elon Musk. Despite the turbulence, the stock remains 10% above its initial public offering price of $135. The market fluctuation occurred amid a broader tech sector sell-off, with the Nasdaq Composite falling 1.4% and erasing $680 billion in value. Investors are displaying growing jitters over elevated spending on artificial intelligence without clear short-term returns, affecting major chip makers and tech giants alike. Furthermore, expectations of tighter monetary policy under the new Federal Reserve Chair Kevin Warsh have added to market pressures. Nevertheless, analysts remain optimistic about SpaceX. The company's financial outlook is bolstered by lucrative new deals, including a $150 million per month computer deal with Reflection AI and a $920 million per month agreement with Google. Experts suggest that after selling off sharply, the stock's bounce presents a strong setup to move higher. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.